Hey guys, big ol' welcome back to the channel. I'm sure by now you've read the title. We're on our way right now to pick up a 1984 Chevy Corvette. It's got a small block Chevy 350 in it. So the story behind it is, it's one of my friends from high school. He's getting rid of it. He doesn't have the time for it. It's not running right now. He said it's most likely a fuel issue. So we're gonna take a look at some of that stuff. But we'll see here in a few minutes. Plans for it. Don't really have an overall plan for it yet. Pretty much getting it running and fixing up a couple other things such as paint and some interior stuff. But if you think of anything pretty cool for me to do with it, drop it in the comments below. Like I said, we'll probably get the 350 going and drive around like that for a little bit, but we could definitely pull the motor out and put something cooler in it. So like I said, drop that below. We'll see you there. Alright guys, welcome back. It is the next day. Last night it got dark and a little bit rainy, so we didn't do any videotaping then. But as you can see, we got this 1984 Corvette off the trailer, and we're going to start taking a look at it today and take a walk through and see what we've got to deal with. So I'm going to take you with me. First things first, as you can see, the paint is definitely going to be something that we're going to have to touch up. There's a lot of repaint here. You can tell it used to be like that light blue that a lot of Corvettes had back in the day. Somebody repainted it though, so we're probably gonna sand that off and paint it something else. Who knows? Drop in the comments what color you'd like to see this thing. I'm kind of leaning towards like a gunmetal gray, or maybe just going back to that baby blue. But yeah, drop in the comments what color you'd like to see it. So now in terms of up front, we've got a whole wiring mess here with the horns. Who knows what's going on with that? That's not the main thing though. So like I said earlier, we have a 350 small block in it. It's not currently running. The guy I got it from said he replaced the injectors, the fuel filter, and it's still not running. He said that the injectors seem to be getting low fuel pressure, so we're probably gonna pull the fuel pump out of the gas tank and put another fuel pump in, and see if she'll kick over for us. And then yeah, main goal is just to get this thing running and driving for right now, do some other small stuff with it, and then, you know, have some fun with it and see if we want to put maybe one of the earlier generations of LS motors in it, something that'll actually fit in here, because you can see this is not a very big engine bay at all. It's got enough room for the engine, the radiator, and that's about it. Basically these wheel wells take up all the other room in the front here. So that is the front of the car. Does look like it has a pretty new battery. So we'll move on to the back or the inside. Let's do the inside first. Now the inside is in pretty rough shape. Don't know how I feel about this blue carpet and the blue seats and all that stuff. They'll stay for now, but maybe eventually down the line those things will come out. So this thing, for 1984, and being a Corvette, has all the bells and whistles, literally everything. There's switches for like everything in this thing. So as you saw, well, I guess you haven't seen yet, but on the inside of this, it has the digital dash for 1984. So that's a, you know, a blast to the past. But basically you have digital gauges here, and then over here you have switches for like everything on that. So if you want to see oil pressure, you can see it there, or we can switch this switch and you'll see the oil temperature. Same thing with down below, you can have your range, or you can choose your trip odometer. You have coolant temp and volts over here, and down below you have your instant fuel rate or your average fuel rate. So this thing has a switch for literally everything. Like I said, It's also got a little English to metric conversion. In the middle, you have your window switches. That's another thing that is going to have to be worked on, because as you can see, window is nice and slow, and it comes up a little bit slow as well. Seems like those are going to be touched up. Got an aftermarket radio in here. It's a little loose. I was told that it had 70,000 some miles in it, but it looks like that one is protruding a little bit. I think it's actually 173,000. Drop in the comments what you think. Not too sure, honestly, but I'd say it's actually 173,000, which, you know, no big deal. We got the car for a decent enough price that it won't really matter too much, but I thought it was 73,000, which would have, you know, increased the value some by a good bit, you know. So another thing about this interior is this is a removable top. So this is a convertible. You just got to pull those Allen keys out. Before we move on to the back, I'll give you a little trial run of her trying to crank over. Well, now I killed the battery, but it does crank over pretty well. There's just no fuel there for it to start up, so that's definitely something. Not sure in this video that we're going to be trying to address, or some other time down the week here, but we are going to be pulling the fuel pump out and trying to get it, you know, flowing. So one good key feature that does actually work. Alright guys, so for the back end, not too rough. It's going to need paint as well. But it's got all the tail lights, no cracks or anything. So we'll just have to sand that down. Probably gonna end up pulling the bumper and, you know, this back clip off and just sanding that down and painting them. Probably gonna take every piece off and paint it, do it right. But yeah, pretty much just on the back end here, it just needs to be repainted. Nothing really too much that it needs. The antenna was broken off at some point. It looks like it was taped over there. We still have the fuel door here. And that works. Gets some water sitting on it, so that's nice. Have to figure out a fix to that problem, unless there is no fix. But that's that. Back hatch still works, as you can see. Those arms are nice and bouncy. They've got some life in them still, and it latches pretty well. So then this is the back half. We're missing the speaker covers. I don't know if those were stock or not. They don't look like it. But this speaker doesn't even work, so that'll have to be replaced at some point. So basically then, those are two storage lockers. Those flip up and there's like a little bit of storage space in each one. Then under here we still have that screen that'll cover your entire back half. But so basically my question is, can we move all that stuff, take it out, so that I can access the fuel pump and replace that? Something I'm gonna have to do some research on. If you guys know, let me know, drop it in the comments below, and that'll help me out a little bit. But as for now, I'd assume that's probably the easiest way to get to the tank besides dropping it. So yeah, in this video, I don't think we'll be replacing the fuel pump yet, because I'm gonna have to do a little bit of research. However, I just wanted to give you guys a little introduction to this car, and to see where we're gonna be going with it. So like I said, drop in the comments below ideas and tips on it, things that you want to see done with it, and maybe we'll take it there. Sweet, that closes. So all right guys, so a little update. I said earlier that in the back here, I was hoping you could pull out that liner and access the fuel pump. However, that's incorrect. I did some research and found out that you open this up, take this plastic off, and then this area right here comes out. The whole thing comes out, and that's where the fuel pump is. So we might actually do that today. So next thing we're gonna do is check the parts store and see if they have one in stock. All right guys, so here's the old fuel pump. You can tell it's kind of corroded and the filter here is pretty dirty. So we are going to put the new one in now. Forgot to get a filter, so I had to run to the parts store real quick to grab another one. We have the new filter, or sorry, the new pump on, all hooked up and ready to go. So basically we just need that filter, pop back on there, and we'll drop her back into the car. So there you guys have it. We have a new fuel pump in, clean this whole area up. Just don't like having stuff dirty after I have worked on it. Have to get those corners yet. But we'll go through this whole car, the whole detailing at some point. Right now we're just trying to get it to run. So in a few seconds we're gonna start her up. Got to put the battery back in first though, because I pulled that out to charge it. So I will see you there. Well guys, we got her started, but she's not running too good. We have a dead battery, but at least it's pumping fuel, so. Could be some old gas in it. We'll probably put some new gas in it and some fuel treatment. I think in terms of the Corvette, this is where we end today's video off. Let's check that oil pressure out. 64 pounds. We got some smoke though, that's not nice. So guys, join me in the next video on what we're doing with this thing. We've got a lot of work ahead of us for this. Alright guys, so we're going to end that video off here. I'm going to say one thing before I go. This unit right here is on Facebook Marketplace. I am going to sell it. Basically not at no rush, I just listed it for now. But if you're in the Pennsylvania area, close to like the eastern side, and you're interested in it, just drop a comment, I'll get in contact with you. But currently asking $20,000 or best offer, so we'll take what we can get for it. But it's time to get rid of that so we can reinvest in some other projects. So if you know anyone who might be interested, drop them in the comments below too. But otherwise, thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Join me for next week's video. It's going to be some Halloween shenanigans. It should be on Saturday. But hope to see you guys there. Take care, and I'll see you later.